Michael Bociurkiw is a global affairs analyst and a former spokesman for the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, or the OSCE. He joins us now live via Skype from Los Angeles. Good to have you with us, Michael. What do you make of this latest, which is just the latest in a series of high-profile ransomware attacks?
Good to be with you, Adrian. Well, this is no small target. I mean, 150 plants in 15 countries with 150,000 workers. I think what's happened here is, if it is Russia or whoever who planned this attack, they're aiming for the weakest link. So we knew there were supply chain problems already in this industry. So already pre-COVID, meat consumption was falling in North America especially. And also during COVID, I come from a meat-producing province, Alberta, and during COVID, these plants typically employ a lot of people in tightly congested conditions. So COVID really struck them badly, and a lot of these plants had to shut down. So they're already, I would say, on their knees, and caused a kind of a knock-on effect to this particular industry. One might say it was a brilliant target because it would have maximum impact for probably very little cost.
This might seem a naive question here, but how are these ransomware attackers able to get into these complex computer systems? Is it just that companies are not keeping up with their virus software? Yeah. They're not keeping it up to date.
You hit the nail on the head, Adrian. That's exactly the case. Look, I've been seconded by the government of Canada to certain ministries around the world in my earlier days, and I know for a fact that those particular ministries in pretty big countries, I don't want to name them, did not invest the money or the practices to protect themselves from these types of attacks. And then, the other thing, this is becoming very common way of getting back in countries. If it is Russia, it could be payback, for example, for the sanctions that were issued over the recent actions in Belarus. It doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't really take that much expertise. And again, these types of entities typically don't protect themselves. We will, as we go on, day by day, month by month, year by year, we will see this more as an act of warfare, that countries, superpowers, China, Russia, whoever, will use these types of tactics to inflict pain and disruption.
Really good to talk to you, Michael. We'll have to leave it there. Thanks, Michael Bociurkiw there in Los Angeles.
My pleasure.